Oh. Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. I was meditating. Kind of, not really. But I am going to talk to you about mindset and how to shift your mindset. 3 keys that you need to build a successful mindset. So let's dig in. How's it going, everybody? Xander Fryer here from Shit You Don't Learn in College, and I want to tell you a little story about 2 Janes. One Jane was confident, decisive, an action taker, motivated, was able to face failure, face her fears, and go make shit happen. And the other Jane was hesitant, didn't really believe in herself, was indecisive, would overthink, overanalyze rather than acting. Now, Jane 1 and Jane 2 were both put into the same job, and they were both given the same resources, the same systems, the same structure, the same manager, the same support. Which one of those Janes is going to be successful? Well, obviously the Jane that's confident, the Jane that's decisive, the Jane that's an action taker, right? But if 2 people can be given the same tactics, the same strategies, the same tools, even the same management and support, but they're going to get different results, well then what's the difference? It has and always will be the space between your ears. The reality is 99% of your success is going to come from your mindset. 99% of your success is going to come from your thoughts, your beliefs, and everything else going on besides the external world. Now, for a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of starting business owners, we all know that mindset is a big issue, but we don't focus on it. We focus on getting the little tactic that's gonna help us fix something, or the little tool, the magic bullet, the quick fix that's gonna fix everything, right? Because we don't wanna face the truth that we have to work on ourselves. We have to work on the most difficult part, becoming a bigger, better person. All right? So now that you know that, I want you to remember the age-old principle. This has been proven amongst time for thousands of years. We all want to have more, right? It's the age-old principle of be, do, have. In that order. Most people want to have success. They want to have millions. They want to have a great relationship. They want to have fulfillment. They want to have freedom. So a lot of them go figure out what they need to do to get there. But very few actually realize that they need to be somebody else. First, you must be that person. You must become a different person. Then, only then can you actually do the things that are necessary to finally have what it is you really want in life. Jim Rohn once said, if you want to have more, you must become more. For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to become better. If you improve, everything will improve for you. If you grow, your money will grow, your relationships, your health, your business, and every external effect will mirror that growth in equal correlation. So the truth is, we must become first. So I want to give you the 3 keys to becoming, to shifting that mindset and becoming more. Now, the number 1 thing that you need to understand is tools. You need the tools to shift your mindset. These are some of the easiest things that you can do. If you're not utilizing them, well, that's your fault, all right? Tool number 1, meditation. All right, you gotta meditate. I don't know what planet you've been living on for the last however many years. We all know that meditation is good for us. It's been scientifically proven. There's millions of maybe not millions, thousands of studies out there proving that meditation will improve your health. It will improve your cognitive function, your ability to focus. It will literally improve your ability to communicate with people. You'll actually start secreting hormones that make you sexier to the opposite sex. They will make you look better to other people. Meditation will literally make every part of your life better. So number 1, you gotta start meditating. There's lots of different ways to get into it. We've got different trainings on how to get started on meditating. You can Google it. At the very least, go download the Calm or Headspace app, right? The second tool that you need to focus on is deep emotional work, all right? Every single one of us, every single person has been through emotional trauma in our lives. And if you don't have the tools to go through deep emotional work, things like psychosomatic programming, we give something to our clients called fear journaling and negativity journaling, exercises to move through your crap. There are centuries of studies on this. There is only one way through an emotion. It is to move through the emotion. We cannot avoid our emotions. We cannot go around our emotions. If we do not move through our emotions, actually feel through our emotions, we will never overcome our emotions. I want you to think about this. We are emotional beings. We like to pretend that we live in a logical and intellectual world, but the reality is every decision you make is emotional. Think about it. You didn't ask the cute girl or the cute guy out because it logically made sense. You ask them out because you felt something for them. Most of the times when you work with people or you apply for a job, right, you don't work with people just because logically it makes sense. Most of the time you work with people because you like them. A lot of the times you get accepted for a role, accepted for a job because the people liked you. I've been on the opposite side of this. I've been a hiring manager before, and we have absolutely 100% passed up people that logically on paper made perfect sense for a role simply because we just liked someone else. We make our decisions based on emotion. And the sooner that you can accept that, the sooner that you can realize that once you master your emotions, you will master your life. Number 3 tool is gratitude and appreciation. All right? We habitually, as humans, are either positive-oriented or negative-oriented. Now, I like to think that every time we're in the positive space, it's a vote towards success. And every time we're in the negative space, it's a vote towards failure. So I want you to start to create habits of being grateful and appreciative of the things in your life. Because as you start to give more votes to the positive, more votes to the gratitude, more votes to the appreciation, naturally, you're gonna have more things to be grateful for. You're gonna have more things to appreciate. You're gonna have more things in your life. More people are gonna want to be around you, and they're gonna want to give you more because you appreciate so much more. And the 4th tool that everybody needs to utilize in order to master their mindset is visualization. You need to learn to visualize. This is scientifically proven by NASA, literally by NASA, and every high-level organization in the athletic space in the world. All high-level athletes visualize, whether you're in the Olympics or the professional athletes, scientifically studied. You visualize the experience. Your brain cannot understand the difference between a vividly imagined truth and the real truth. So when you vividly imagine your success, you're programming your brain to make better decisions to bring it into reality. We all need to start visualizing. If you're not doing it, start doing it today. So step 2 in changing your mindset. This is where it becomes fun. Now that we know some of the tools that we need to utilize, and I'm sure you have some of the tools of your own that you know you need to utilize, now begins the work, right? You don't shift your mindset over the course of a day. You don't shift your mindset over the course of a week, right? It took years, maybe even decades, to develop the mindset, the belief system that you currently have. If you want to shift it, it's going to take a little bit longer than you think, right? 30 days, that'll get you started. 90 days, you'll start to see some really big changes. 180 days, you're definitely going to see changes. 365 days, a full year, you're going to be a totally different person. But does it stop there? No, it doesn't. If you were a professional athlete, right? You work out every day, you eat well every day so that you can perform every day. And if you were a professional athlete, as soon as you stopped eating well and as soon as you stopped working out, do you think you'd be able to perform well? Absolutely not. The same goes for your mindset. Your brain is a mental muscle, just like your biceps, your triceps, your quads, and your calves. You have to work it out. You have to feed it properly because if you don't, it will atrophy. Right now, your subconscious, 95% of your brain, is being constantly programmed by the world around you, by media, by culture, by society, by your parents. Constantly being programmed. So you got to be careful about who's programming it because your brain, that 95% of your brain, is 5 times more likely to be programmed by negative than by positive. So every negative thing that goes on in your life, every negative person, every negative thought, every negative piece of media, the news that you're watching, all of that negative is 5 times more likely to program your brain than anything positive. So you need to make sure that you're hammering with the positivity if you want to stay in that positive space. This takes time, this takes work. I want you to think of the stone breaker. A stone breaker will hammer on a stone 999 times and it will show no signs of cracking. And all of a sudden, boom, on the 1,000th blow, it splits right down the middle. Your mind is just like that. You got to put in the work every day. Because as soon as you stop, somebody else is going to be programming your mind negatively. I want to take control of that subconscious, that mindset, make sure that nobody else can get into this brain. And I'm going to make sure that I'm programming it every single day, making sure that it doesn't atrophy. Because it's going to take time and it's going to take work. But if you want to be successful, you might not need to be a professional athlete, but you need to be a mental athlete for sure. Now the last piece might actually be the most important piece when it comes to shifting your mindset, and it's also probably one of the most missed pieces. It's implementation and action. But Xander, I thought you said your mindset is the most important part. Now you're telling me to take action. Well, you know what solidifies your mindset? Acting. acting in accordance with it. I want you to think about this. If you wanted to become a professional swimmer, and have the mindset of a professional swimmer, right? And let's say I gave you the textbook by Michael Phelps on exactly how to become a professional swimmer. You dig into this textbook. If you had 30 days to become a pro, would you just dig into this textbook over and over and over again for 30 straight days and then jump into the pool on day 30 and expect to be a pro? No, of course not, right? You would go through this book and then you would jump into the pool on day 1 and you'd flounder a bunch and you would suck, but then you'd get out of the pool and you'd go back to work on your mindset and your actions, right? And you'd say, oh, what was I doing wrong? How do I get better, right? And then you jump back in and then you jump out and you go back through the textbook again and then you jump back in and then you go out and you go back through the textbook again. You repeat this iterative process of implementation and action over and over again. And by day 30, you might actually be a decent swimmer. The biggest problem with people when it comes to shifting their mindset is they think they can shift their mindset through mental process and knowledge alone. I want to tell you, knowledge is not power. Knowledge is actually the mortal enemy of wisdom if you do not implement. True learning is a visceral feeling. There's a difference between dreaming about being a professional salesman and making $1 million in the solar space and going and knocking on 10,000 doors. That's going to be the biggest thing that's going to shift your mindset, is when you go do the thing, you start to implement the stuff, and you actually start to see the results. At some point, you have to take the mental space and bring it into the real world. And as soon as you start to do the thing, that solidifies the learning. That solidifies the mindset difference. We have a lot of clients when we work in the coaching space, and we tell them, they come to us and they've been charging nothing, basically nothing, $100 a client or $200 a client or something. They come to us and we tell them, hey, you're gonna charge $3,000 or $5,000. They say, what the hell, that's never gonna happen, right? And then we basically just tell them to go do it. And we give them the scripts and we say, just go ask, using these scripts, just go ask someone for $5,000, and then they get a yes. Do you think their mindset has completely changed afterwards? Of course. They've literally proven to themselves that it is real by just doing the damn thing. One of the best ways that you can change your mindset is by going straight after it and turning it to reality in the real world. In the end, I want you to remember one thing from this. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom. In the end, if you focus on your mindset, you focus on becoming more, then doing more, I 100% guarantee you will always have more. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit the like button below and let me know. If you have anything specific you want me to cover in a future video, comment that below as well and let me know. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking subscribe below, and I'll see you in the future.